Hi, lovelies. Hi. Welcome to my channel. It's Marta here from Marta Zen Space. Today, I'd like to welcome you on a very gentle, a very meditative, restful, soft practice. And it is going to be a practice where you might need a bolster if you have one. Today I am using two big pillows, so if you have big pillows, great, or cushions or whatever you'd like to use, to just use those props to gently and softly you kind of rest your body on them. I also have two blocks. You don't really need them, but it might be useful to put them underneath the cushions at certain times in certain poses. So yeah, hope you enjoy. This is a practice that's probably great if I've got a butterfly in my house. Hang on. Crisis averted, butterfly rescued. Isn't it funny that it literally tried to join us for our practice today? Right, we're going to start in a laying position. First of all, really, this practice is also, it's worth saying that the practice is really for anyone who needs to or wants to slow down this summer. So summer has got that to itself that basically we're always doing, running, traveling, experiencing, adventures, meeting people. It's busy, right? Summer can be busy. So this is the perfect opportunity for you to maybe stop for a while, stop for this little practice. We'll see how long it takes us. Hopefully it'll be somewhere around 30-40 minutes. So we'll I don't want to commit though, because it's quite new to me recording to YouTube anyway. So yeah, let's see how we go. I invite you to wear something comfy. If where you are is hot right now, maybe grab a glass of drink or something, and let's get started. Right, we'll start in a laying position. So reclined and laying down Shavasana to start off. We will use our cushions, so either two cushions or a bolster right underneath your back. You might also want to use a block if you wish to put the block underneath the pillow and then put the pillow on top. And let's see if we can just start in this pose. And basically you want it so that your head is supported, your back is supported. If your cushions aren't big enough, use the block underneath your head. And then just see if you can come to a constructive rest with your legs. So feet a little bit wider than your hips, knees together, resting in the middle. And then open your palms wide. And then just arrive onto your mat. Make any adjustments you need. Soften. Allow your body to just soften, feeling the support of the cushion. It's a perfect practice if you're feeling a little overstimulated. Maybe you're on your menstruation. That's also a good way of unwinding and giving yourself the time to recharge. And just maybe find that time to be gentle with yourself. Or maybe you're sore from, different types of workouts and any other physical activity you may practice. Palms open in line with your body. Maybe cultivate that open chest there. So getting those shoulder blades at the back of your spine to connect a bit closer. Opening the chest muscles here. And just find your breath. Find your normal rhythm. Soft inhales and exhales. Nice. And just stay in here to practice doing nothing. It is quite a lot sometimes for some of us. Some of us need to sometimes, or kind of at times, do something all the time. And that's how we keep our nervous system happy, or maybe we feel safe when we do. So just know that, that constructive rest, that quality time when you spend and give your body time to unwind and just find space, is something that you can practice. No guilt, that half an hour or an hour a day in between the doing. Option here to start opening the knees and maybe go and start closing and allow for them to softly drop to one side and then the other side, resting the upper body nice and stable on your bolster or your cushions. Hold if you wish to hold, see how your hips are responding. And just allowing for that heart space to open here. And just couple of more times to allow for those knees to softly drop. And then from here on, we'll see if we can go for a reclined butterfly. So connecting the big toes and your feet, your inner soles of your feet together. And then maybe hands onto your pelvis. Maybe you want to just find that moment to connect with your hips, with your pelvis, your lower belly. Allow for the knees to open nice and wide. And again, try to find stillness. Maybe hands in line with your body, as we just said, palms open or wherever you want them to rest. Or you've got the option to also give yourself a nice stretch. See if you can extend, maybe interlace your fingers, flip your palms open, and find the length in your arms, in your armpits, in your shoulders, opening. Nice. Or just let the hands just dangle up there, or grab the opposite elbow. Just find your variation. Let your body be happy. I just love offering classes and practices that are kind of tailored to what you need. So even though I offer some poses, you may want to make that pose yours by slightly adjusting certain things. So don't be afraid to do that. That class is definitely destined for that type of adjustment or having that freedom. And just a few times, see if you can inhale through your nose here and sigh out. Couple of more times. And then if your arms are starting to tingle or you feel that you need to change the pose of your arms, make sure you do that. And just become friends with stillness. I really invite you in this class to become the witness, to become the observer, to start observing without judgment. Start observing your sensations, the sensations in your own body, but also your mind too. So just trying to see if we are having thoughts, and obviously the answer is yes, because our brain will never stop producing them. But we do have the choice of not addressing every single thought. So as you lay there with that chest nice and open, hips resting, See if you can just observe your thoughts without reacting, without analyzing, or just stopping and, just hooking yourself over that one thought maybe keeps on coming back, or our brain has got that talent, has got that ability. So see if you can use your breath whilst you do that. So on the inhales, allow your chest to rise up, and on the exhale, softly let the air out. As those thoughts pass by in your brain, in your mind, in your head, allow for them to float away. They're just noise, really. Nice. And then slowly start finding tiny little movement in your hands. We will be changing the pose, and whilst I talk to you about the poses, feel free to do this as slowly as you can. So make sure your gaze is soft and your eyes can be closed. You don't really need to look at me in this practice whatsoever. We'll see if I can either guide you without you looking at me, or you just look at me every so often. From this pose onwards, we'll be changing onto our reclined child pose. So within your own time, see if you can change from this position here onto your belly. So slowly, really making the effort to not rush. What we want here is big toes connected, you're on your knees wide open. And this is where your bolster might come in handy, and you just put your bolster inside your thighs, close to your groin. What I'm gonna do is use my 2 blocks and just put my cushions on top. And then I'm gonna see if I can come closer, lay down, and just rest. You can rest on your chin here. Hands can be literally creating a basket in front. Do whatever you need to do with your palms. And then I'm going to come to my right ear. Feel free to choose whichever side you want to choose. And see if you can rest your belly on your prop. And just feel the hips gently opening here, maybe a gentle stretch. Find your belly breathing here too. So using that belly to softly inhale and exhale whenever you're ready. So just breathing how your body wants to breathe. Really letting that spine decompress. If your eyes aren't closed yet, maybe this is the time now. And really let yourself be here. Finding your normal breath. I do hope you can hear me with my chest just resting here. If not, I'll just come up. Feel free to just ignore me there. If I am lifting up, you are staying where you are. And just letting yourself go in this lovely supported balasana, supported child pose. One of the most beautiful poses to cool your body down, to feel that body and give your body safety here. So great for your hips, great for your spine. So beautiful pose in times of stress, overstimulation. Maybe the heat is getting to you. So really allowing your body to rest as you breathe in and out. Feel free to change your head. You can rest your head on the other side, maybe on your left ear. Becoming friends with stillness. And becoming friends with here and now. It's funny when we reach the state of stillness and doing nothing with our bodies, our minds want to do stuff suddenly, right? So our minds become active. So again, trying to come back to the role of the witness, trying to be the observer, that individual that doesn't have to react. You can use your breath and just observe, see how it feels, see how your body is starting to feel. Really resting here, finding that breath, maybe deepening your exhales now. So finding those exhales to be even longer. Give yourself permission to rest. And feel the heaviness of your upper body. Your belly breathing against your cushion, your bolster. Head is heavy. Start to feel that comfort, that rest, kind of overflowing and coming into your body to make sure you feel softer, gentler, just recharged or slowed down in the pace of the constant searching, aiming, striving. This is what we want to cultivate in this class, and I really encourage you to give that permission to yourself. Keep breathing, maybe deep inhale and sigh it out. Nice. And then at your own pace and within your time, we'll now be moving into our reclined pigeon, our supported pigeon, or the option of a frog. So let's move slowly into our frog. So what we want is our prop to the side. So we still are on our knees. Maybe we get rid of these blocks for a moment and you just leave your cushion or your bolster. So what I want to do is lay down on my belly. I'm gonna grab that mic just so I don't lay on it. So let's see if we can lay on our belly now. Come to your legs extended behind you. And then before we move to our frog, option to just stay here for a minute. So this is your supported sphinx, where you just rest your chest on your prop. So just make sure it's underneath your chest and underneath your belly. These parts of your body need to be supported. And then place your both of your hands in front of you. So make sure your hands are nice and relaxed. Shoulders away from your ears. And just allow for that back bend. We'll stay here for some time. See if before we actually go for the frog pose or one-sided frog pose, we'll do it one side at a time. See if in here you can find some comfort. See if you can start relaxing your feet. So allow for your legs to be a bit heavier. And maybe with that, the next part of your body that relaxes is your glute muscles. You can rock your hips side to side, just allowing for any alignment or adjustment here. Nice. Beautiful. So just allowing for those hands to press away from the floor ever so slightly, just gently finding that base, that stability, and then start relaxing your palms as well. Your hands relaxed, even though you are resting, so maybe your elbows come all the way forward. Nice. Softening the gaze, your eyes. So really wanting to switch off the sensation, the sight, and anything that affects your eyes are always looking, are always helping your mind analyze. So when you switch the gaze off, that sometimes gives that little nudge to your mind, to your brain. Oh, okay, well, we don't have to look. We don't have to analyze. So use that moment to switch off the looking, the analyzing, the seeing. Now check if you can go inwards and use that inner eye, that intuition, that third eye, to cultivate more peace, more balance, more of whatever you need. It's also a perfect class for you to kind of set the intention. Maybe the intention is to have a softer summer. Maybe it is you want the summer to be calmer, more peaceful, less chasing, less striving, being content with what you have, right? This could be our intention. I definitely encourage you to soften and find that soft side of summer amongst everything that we're trying to do before the rainy weather comes back, before autumn comes back, right? Nice. And then softly start coming to your right ear now. So you're like a crocodile pose or shavasana on your belly. Let's see if you can just rock your hips right to left. Option to bend your knees, and you can do that with all of your legs, really. Just sway them side to side. Beautiful. And then we'll see if we can extend our right leg and then bring your left knee into a little bit higher up, so your half frog. So we basically want the knee at the height of your hip, and then shin goes in line with the edge of your mat. And then let's see if we can square those hips. right? So just make sure you don't feel that hard floor underneath your knee. Make sure you are comfortable. If you need to just rejig yourself, find a bit of a different pose, a bit of a different alignment, feel free to do that. Nice. And just rest your head on one side. So on my left knee, I am just resting my head on my right ear. And again, give yourself that permission to really rest that leg. Make sure it is comfortable. It's not too high. You're feeling maybe pushing that inner left groin into the ground just a little bit. And find your breath again. Your inhale and your exhale. Soften your gaze again, your eyes. And again, find the stillness. Find that state where you just don't have to do anything. Apart from just holding that one pose, obviously, but this is where you can slow down. This is where you can find that restoration, that new energy that your body might actually need. And day to day, we just haven't got the opportunity, the time, the mindset to do it, right? Really get yourself comfy here. Rest on that one side. You can have that right elbow bend, create that little cushion with your hand, or you can just let that right hand be left hand wherever you want to just hug the bolster. And this is also yoga. So the yoga asanas can be very restful and soft and supported. We don't always have to strive for new poses, and that is probably something that you can apply to your life. You don't have to strive every day. So just having that awareness to pause, right? Sometimes we just ignore the signs that our body has given us. So maybe this one class, that time curved, is the opportunity to slow down. Nice. And then from here, we will softly and slowly switch to the other side. So what you can do, I'm gonna switch sides completely so I can still see you. But what you can do is simply get that bent knee to extend it back behind you, and then simply switch sides, bending the right knee. I'm gonna just softly change my cushions so I can come to my right side and still see you, still look at you. So really getting that right knee to bend, shin in line with the outer long edge of your mat. And then maybe flexing the feet. In this pose, I always like to find that zigzag thing with the leg, but just see how you feel, and then aiming to square the hips. Again, find your way of resting the head. Find the comfort, squaring those hips, finding the comfort underneath that right knee. and finding stillness here. So the start of just consciously but gently aiming to ground the inner right thigh, maybe part of the right groin as well. And then just resting here, finding that moment to open the other side. I hope you're not hearing too much of my dog. My dog is really experiencing um, the heat wave in a challenging way. So he's trying to lay down and lay down again, and then he gets up, and then sometimes you can actually hear him. You can see his little knuckles, his little body resting and laying down. Soften your eyes, soften your gaze. And this is what animals actually and pets do really well. They know how and when to rest. They simply listen to their bodies, right? They need to sleep, they will just sleep. They'll just take that little nap. So see if you also can cultivate that acceptance. So when your body wants to stop, to slow down, to rest, see if you can listen, see if you can react to it, see if you can acknowledge it. And just really let your head be heavy now. Both hips heavy, grounded. Just inviting that rest back to the other side too. So opening the other side, making sure both hips and the pelvis open in this lovely passive way where we can just be and let the body just rest. So the stretching is minimal really in restorative yoga. We're using the props to mainly rest and recharge, get that energy, that pranic energy back, cultivate and create space to invite new energy and rest. Keep breathing, keep resting. Mm-mm. Nice. And then slowly, very, very slowly start bringing that awareness back. I'm gonna make my way up. So in your own time, you could do something similar. So see if you can start coming up again. See if I can get my mic back on. And then what we're gonna do is sit back onto our sit bones. And then we'll be opening the hips. So get them as wide as this is possible for you. Bend your knees. And then what we're going to do is wide-legged forward fold, but with the support of our bolsters. I am using my 2 blocks to place them as close as I can to my groin. And then I'm going to see if I can get those cushions on top of the blocks. So really pulling them into my belly. Option to maybe even roll one of the cushions so you've got even more support. And then see if you can just rest your belly closer to your props. So aiming for that half forward fold. Don't worry about your legs being bent. Don't worry about your spine slightly curved. It's fine. You are hinging from your hips, which is the main thing. If you want to extend your legs, feel free to extend them. Really get those props to help you. And then just use them to rest on top of them. It doesn't really matter how far down you're gonna come. It's meant to be a gentle recharging practice, so I am really not worried if your hips are tense and if you can't really come down any further. That's fine. I'm not coming down any further either. So really using that moment to either tuck your chin and just find that head to be heavy if you do have a block, or your fist. You can create a little, almost like a headstand with your 2 fists on top of each other, and then rest your forehead on them. And just let your body soften for a moment in this pose. Let your body just be. If at any point your legs want to bend, you got the option to bend them and bring those feet a little bit closer. So almost like a diamond shape, but they don't have to connect at the top. And then really see if you can go a little bit further. Your body might want to rest even further. So as you are breathing and your nervous system is switched to that, probably the perfect practice for it today, because you will switch whether you want it or not. You will switch to the rest and digest mode. So your nervous system will start slowing down and resting, and so will your body. Your body will follow. So really rest here. Belly breathing. See if you can then push those cushions away with your belly. As you inhale and exhale out. And inhale and exhale. One more time. Soft inhale here. And exhale out. Give yourself permission to rest. Again, if you feel like changing the legs, see if maybe your body would be happy to. maybe it won't now, really wants to extend the legs again. Maybe there is more space to drop that chest further onto your cushions. Or you just stay where you are. If you have a bolster, you might as well use it so that you put that bolster in front, standing, and then you rest your head on it, your forehead. So just taking that option as well here. And find your breath for another couple of seconds. Really finding the length in your spine, maybe the legs. Just feeling all the muscles in your inner thighs or calves. Just to kind of switch off. They are passively stretching, but you can use your breath to exhale into those places where you still feel any tension. So consciously do that. Try and see if your breath can give that notification to your body, your physical body, that it can relax. And from this position, we're moving onto our side laying position. Again, I'll be on my left side to start off. You can start with left too. If you're on your right, just continue laying on your right. And see if you can place those blocks. Maybe they are next to each other this time, or maybe you do want it to be a bit more higher, then please go for it. I'm gonna just bend my knees and then bring my hip as close as it can come to my cushions or your bolster. And then lay that sideways side of your body onto the cushions. You can extend that left arm, so if you're on your left hip, your left arm extends, and maybe your right one comes in from the top. Option to grab that top wrist with that bottom arm and just stretch here passively, just holding that hand from the top. So you do need it. If you need it a little bit higher, make sure you do stack those blocks. And then try again, or just find the stillness wherever you are. So we all have different bodies, different levels of tension in our body, different levels of opening the body, different edges. Option to then maybe bend the left bottom elbow and just create that support for your head. You can still aim to stretch the side, so getting that arm up the top to extend and reach forward. And just stay in here for a moment or two. Softening the gaze. Knees together, or you've got the option just to create a little bit of a, not a figure four, but you can connect the bottom foot with your top knee if you wish. So instead of stacking them, you can also put something in between your knees if this feels better on your hips. So some of us love that protection and that additional space so that the knees aren't connected, but they have that space in between them. So try that. Really find that length with your upper body, that side waist. Maybe look up into the ceiling, but you're still resting your head. Nice. And then we'll slowly move on to the other side. So feel free to do this at your own pace whenever you're ready. I'm gonna again change sides so that I can look at you and you can see me. So basically changing my cushions to the other side. If you have a bolster, your bolster literally can rest on your blocks. Play with your blocks. Blocks can be stacked, they can be next to each other. Maybe you have 2 bolsters, which is amazing. Really getting stability. Can I? And then resting onto the other side, right hip grounded, this time my right elbow, armpit opens. Maybe again we're extended above our heads. And then reach that left arm as well. So again, option to grab that top arm with your bottom one and just gently pull it up. And just find that moment to get your body to feel this side now. Option to bend that bottom arm, but you can still reach with the top arm. Maybe look over to the ceiling or the sky. Or maybe you want to drop that arm. There's also that option. Just rest it. And then again, see if your knees need adjusting. Maybe you find the space with your feet, your bottom foot connected to your knee. Or maybe you'll find a cushion or a blanket in between your knees to stack them. And soften your gaze and follow your breath. Just gently finding the space in both sides of the waist, softening the belly, but using it to breathe. Nice. Just feeling that peace and calm, really filling you up right now, really finding the relaxation and really trying to get yourself absorbed in it. Feel that how empowering that feeling can be. No guilt, right? We don't need to feel guilty. Sometimes we women, we want to just do a bit more, and we always want to I mean, men do it too, but a lot of women, mums especially, they always prioritize other people rather than themselves first. So maybe that now is the time to just accept that relaxation, that rest yourself. See if it resonates at all. Nice. Beautiful. I really hope it does. Okay, from this pose we'll be switching on to our gentle twist. Still in this pose, so I am on my right hip. I am gonna get that right foot touching my left knee, and then I'm gonna bring those cushions as close, or the bolster as close as I can to my right hip. So really bringing those blocks in and then resting on top of them, gently squaring the chest before you actually come down. So again, my mic comes off, and then see, as you then square your hips, see if you can come down with your chest. And an option to just rest on the chin. Or you can stack your knees, see how it feels. And then what you can do is either rest on your chin looking down, close your eyes, or you can see if you can then finish off this pose with coming with your eyes and face the opposite way to your knees. So looking over to your right, whilst your knees are pointing to the left. So a very gentle twist here in your lower back, woman. Maybe not very gentle for some of us, right? So just see how you feel, whether your neck is happy with that, or whether your lower back, your spine is happy with this twist. So this should bring a little bit of a relief in your spine. And just find your breath here, find your rest, find your relaxation and your stillness. Still embracing those feelings. Nice. Just gently, slowly then start lifting up your head whenever you're ready. And then we'll be changing sides so that our knees go the opposite way and our head goes the opposite way too. Again, I am gonna just change my props to go the way where you can see me, so you can see my body and see what my body is doing. Coming onto your opposite hip, your left hip, bring in your bolster, your cushion as close as it can come to your left top of the hip bone, and then squaring the chest. So again, do what feels comfortable with your knees. They can be stacked, they can be separated from each other. And then gently squaring and laying down, allowing for the body to rest. And then either stay with your head facing forward, or your chin on your chin, or maybe your fist, or maybe create a little basket with your hands. And you can stay here. That's already twisting your spine, that pose. Or you got the option to look over to the left, so the opposite way to your knees. So here, see how that feels. And then again, if you feel your bottom knee is a little bit too high up, just adjust that. So adjust it. I am definitely feeling this pose is different without a bolster. Bolsters have got that magic, perfect hardness, I would say. They're not too soft, they're not too hard, so they give you that perfect amount of support. But cushions work too, right? So let me see if we can just look over to the left, find that resting pose with your head, and just breathe. Nothing but breathing, just being and breathing. That is enough, and that is everything we need to do sometimes, just to give that moment to our nervous system. Really let that head go, be heavy, shoulders relaxed. And then gently starting to come back with the awareness of your breath, deepening your inhale and your exhale. And then slowly start to bring your body up into a seated pose. Before we actually finish our practice today, I'd like you to just leave either your bolster or maybe your blanket or just one cushion on your mat. I mean, you could use both if you wish to really get those hips elevated now. Or you could use 2 blocks. Let's get those 2 blocks underneath if you have them. If not, a bolster is enough. You can just place your bolster. I'm going to show you with the 2 blocks. So we're going to lay down before we actually relax. And we will see if we can come to a supported bridge. So getting your bolster or your blocks underneath your lumbar spine. So literally on the very, let's see if I can just go for 1. So you use however many blocks you wish to use. If you're on your menstruation days, your lady days, I encourage you to lower down a little bit. So just helping that flow down, not too much up. So when we invert, it's all flipping. So not the best for our period. But see how you feel. So maybe get those, first of all, just place your feet flat on the floor. And then your knees hip width. And then rest your upper body, hands in line with your waist. And just find that gentle opening with your hips. And if at any point that 1 block maybe is a bit low, you can always come up with your hips and then maybe flip that block so that it is a little bit higher. And just staying in that supported bridge for a few breaths. Just gently inviting that energy into the hips and the pelvis. Notice that You can do that bridge here with the support. So your hamstrings, the back of your legs, your glutes can relax now. Option to send your arms above the head. Grab the opposite elbow or just rest them. And just find a bit more space in your lungs, in your belly. And then you can stay here and just breathe. Or you can adjust your block to be a bit lower and a bit flatter. And then start raising your legs. So then you have the option to stay in your bridge, supported bridge, or we can use the momentum to find our Viparita Karani pose, so our legs up the wall. You can do it without the wall, so allow for those legs to come up, or you can use a wall basically, so find the wall when you have space. I am currently struggling for space in here. Can't see it, but there's a washing to the other side of the room. And there's obviously all sorts of stuff here, so see if you can then use the wall to rest your legs against it. Maybe flex the toes towards the face. And just let that blood flow down, that lymph, everything in your legs. Hands on your hips, your pelvis, or in line with your body. And just rest here. Find your belly breathing. If you're still not sure, hips as close as they can be to your wall. And then rest your legs against the wall. Let them be. Or you're still in your pit, in your bridge, and this is fine too. Really make sure you are breathing full breaths in and full breaths out. Closing the eyes. And you can alternate like I do, so you can do a bridge and then switch to Viparita Karani, so get those feet up. See if you can extend your legs, really find the length at the back. Using the belly just a little bit if you're not using the wall. Breathing, resting. And those legs of ours that obviously carry us all day long. We run, we walk, we stand, we wait, we reach for something, always using those legs. So just let them rest a little bit. Use gravity to feel the lightness in your limbs, in your legs. You should start feeling that blood coming down to your pelvis, to your belly. And those legs will eventually feel a little bit lighter. Nice. And then slowly start coming out of the legs up the wall. Unless you want to finish the practice here and just stay in your legs up the wall, Viparita Karani pose, a bit longer, you can do that. Just pause me or switch the video off and just stay there for a relaxation. Otherwise, you've got the option to come to your supported Shavasana, so your corpse pose. So get those ribs from underneath the belly. Safely return to your embryo side pose. Lift up. And then use those cushions. We'll be placing them right below our knees, our knee creases. So get those cushions or your bolsters so that your legs can feel the support, and then lay yourself down, your upper body. So your choice, your option to finish the class. And then just rest. Allow for the feet to flop open, or if you are in your legs up the wall pose, just stay there. Or if at any point you want to join me in the corpse pose to finish off, let your legs either touch the mat with your heels or just let them hover. If they are just gently above the mat, let those legs be heavy, supported. Close your eyes and breathe. Start relaxing your face, your whole face. From the crown of your head, your eyelids, your cheeks, unclench your teeth, your jaw is relaxed. Get that tongue to rest or gently touch the upper throat. And then really rest your shoulders, melt your whole spine into the mat, all the way down to your lumbar spine. Your glutes relaxed, your whole upper body resting, hands resting, and feeling the heaviness of your body now, allowing yourself to feel it. Hips heavy, really using gravity for our own benefit now. Belly relaxed, the side of the waist relaxed, your hips, and then those big muscles in your thighs, those quads. Allow for these muscles to relax as well. The back of your legs, maybe your glute muscles. Allow your whole legs to feel heavy. Deep inhales and soft, long exhales. Softening the summer, resting, slowing down the heart rate. And you can pause this video now if you wish, and finish with me, and allow for the video to play later to finish off, or just pause me and just stay where you want to stay. If you want to stay here for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, creating that, cultivating that feeling of pure bliss, that restful feeling of recharged body, and a mind that is a little lighter. Maybe even your body is feeling a little lighter, even though you're resting heavily on the floor, the mat. Wherever you want to finish. If you want to finish with me, come to your embryo pose, to your favorite side, left or right. See if you can then hug your body here on that side laying position, really give yourself a hug. Maybe grab the back of your spine and just smile, because you're just giving yourself the time to rest, recharge. And then slowly, by lifting up, using that top arm, push yourself away from the floor. Eyes can still be shut or softened. And find your easy pose, easy seated pose. You can sit on your cushion or your bolster. And just find that moment to roll your shoulders up and back just a few times. And down. Find that length in your spine. Tuck your chin ever so slightly. And then connect your hands together at your chest. Feeling that balance from your right and the left side of your body. Breathing normally. And then bring your mudra in between your eyes and thank yourself for this practice. For a practice that hopefully cultivated a little bit more of that restoration, rest, that gentleness that we all pretty much, all of us probably miss or need on a daily basis. But sometimes we don't have the time to slow down or make up poses, or we're on our sofa watching TV. So rest assured, this is your quality time, well spent. I couldn't be more grateful that you have chosen my class. So I thank you very much for joining me. Please like this video, subscribe to my little channel, and help me grow the space where I am prepared to offer more of these classes. Hopefully there's going to be a live. I just need to get a little bit more followers. So I'm hoping that this will resonate with some people that are seeking a bit more softness, a bit more rest this summer. I am definitely one that strives to see every sunset I can get, especially living in UK, where sometimes the weather can be a bit moody, although we really can't complain this year. Or maybe you're doing this practice any other season of the year. Make sure you do carve that time out for yourself whenever you need to. I thank you very much for being here, for joining me in this class, and I just wanted to thank you. Namaste. See you next time. Bye.